Hello, Sagittarius. We are going to do a reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, 5th house, 7th house, 10th house. Let's go ahead and get started. What is going on with Sagittarius's romantic life? What is going on romantically? Seven of Cups. Why the Seven of Cups? Maybe someone was having a hard time making a decision. There could be two people involved and someone is having a hard time making a decision here with the Seven of Cups and the Six of Pentacles, or someone's just having a hard time of where to invest, who to give to, what to give to. We'll find out more information. So whoever Sagittarius is thinking about or connecting with, how does this person feel about Sagittarius? Okay, so someone feels left out in the cold here with the Five of Pentacles. They do want to come out of feeling left out in the cold. So someone is feeling lonely. You may have left someone else out. And I feel like part of me kind of feels like someone maybe is confused as to why, but they want to come back. They want to give to this situation. Seven of Wands. You do have a person, though, who is, or this might be you coming in as a fire sign, Sagittarius, who is coming in very defensive. Why the Seven of Wands, please? Why do we have the Seven of Wands? Okay, someone wants a second chance, and I feel like it's your person because they want to come out of the Five of Pentacles energy. You guys are obviously not speaking. There's distance. Someone may have went within. The Hermit talks about there being distance. This is loneliness. The Hermit doesn't always have to be lonely, but being that we have the Five of Pentacles here, I'm guessing someone's lonely. This is solitude. This is being on your own. I feel like you're going to get a message though. I feel like this person will be reaching out. They do want to communicate. You could be dealing with a Virgo, Gemini for some of you. But they want a second chance. And so, what I'm seeing here with the Seven of Wands is that they want to fight for this connection. They want to give to this connection. Why do we have the Seven of Cups? Tell me about this Seven of Cups. Okay, so we have Aquarius energy here with the star. We have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius as well with the King of Wands. You know, this could have been a situation where someone possibly was exploring their options, seeing what else was out there. It could have been a friends with benefits type of connection, and then someone was kind of just playing the field or seeing what else was out there, talking to their friends, having lots of friends, hanging out with friends, just lots of options. And it was kind of more about the self than it was about us in this connection. But I feel like that has changed. Or at least this person, we don't know if this person's changed for good. But what I'm seeing here is that this person does want to return and they do want a second chance. They do want to fight for this connection. I feel like this person has a lot of passion for you and you do make them happy or what they want. But at the same time, we have to make sure that it's fine if I'm what you want, but it's like, what do I want? You have to think about what you want, Sagittarius. And if they're not giving you what you want, then what's the point? Tell me about this King of Wands. Tell me about this King of Wands. What is this King of Wands doing? I feel like to clarify that Seven of Cups, it pretty much just meant that this guy, yeah, so this King of Wands is upset. They want to come out of this sadness. They don't want to be lonely anymore. I feel like there's regret. They want to move forward. So you have somebody who wants to fight for the connection, who wants to come back in. They want a second chance. They are a little bit defensive though. So, that's the thing about being careful because it's like, well, what do you want? You don't want someone who wants to come back in, but then when you talk about, okay, well, what is it that we want in this connection? Where are we going? And then they get all defensive and weird. King of Wands in reverse again. The King of Wands in reverse can be someone who's a player, can be someone who's out there doing their own thing, dishonest. They can be kind of aggressive as well, so be careful with that. But I feel like this, I don't know, I feel like there's possibility for potential. Whatever the case is, this King of Wands that you're dealing with, or if this is you, Sagittarius, it could be vice versa, but I'm reading this as if this is the person that you're connecting with because that's the way I asked. So they do want a second chance. They want equal give and take. They want to make this work. They want to reunite. They want to return. That's what I'm getting. No matter how I shuffle the cards or the questions that I ask, this King of Wands that keeps coming out in reverse wants to come back. Tell me about this King of Wands. Divinely guided. Okay. Which makes a lot of sense here with King of Wands and the Star. Divinely guided here. So this person may feel like you are their soulmate, like they're divine, and I really don't like to say things like that. I'm not one of those tarot readers that is going to talk about twin flames and this person feels like we feel like whatever connection we're in, if we're into that person, we think they're our soulmate and we think they're our one. And we think that if we're just honest, right? If we just keep it real with ourselves, there's always whoever we're with at that time that we're really feeling is our one and only. And that's great and fantastic. But I do feel like this person that you're dealing with does feel that way. This could be something that is divinely guided, even if maybe they don't feel it. It is something that that is being guided. I feel like if there is a separation here, which clearly there is, there will be a second chance here because it's being divinely guided here. So I don't really, the thing about it though is with the star that typically talks about something that's a distance. It's like a distance. So you guys may be feeling very distant from each other, or at least this person is feeling very distant from you. But I feel like they're hoping and they're wishing that this comes back together. And oftentimes, too, with the star, that talks about events happening in the future. So I'm not so sure this is going to come together, next week, but I do see it coming back together at some point for those Sagittariuses who I am talking to, who this particular reading resonates with. Sorry about that. Um, Whoever is watching this resonates. I feel like this is going to come back together at some point. Because whatever contract, the contract isn't complete yet. I don't feel like the contract is complete yet. And I do feel like this person, it's almost like this person knows, they kind of like know where their home is in a way. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. They do feel lonely. They want to come back. And I feel like it's like the stars are aligning for that to happen. Um, Most likely outcome. There's going to be communication. There needs to be truth. Yeah. Communication. Three of Cups. So I definitely see communication coming in and a reunion coming in. So there's going to be some type of a conversation. There needs to be honesty though, because with the Ace of Swords coming out, that talks about a need for, I don't know if someone was lying in the past, someone was dishonest in the past, whatever happened, something happened to cause you two to not talk, to be on talking terms right now, but there needs to be truthful conversation. If this is going to work out properly, if this is going to, because the universe can bring you two back together and give this another chance. But it's totally up to you and the individuals on what you do with that opportunity, because there is an opportunity here for a second chance. But we have free will. So I feel like in order for things to really be able to work out between the two of you, there has to be open and honest communication here with the Ace of Swords. Whatever needs to be told, whatever needs to be revealed, then that needs to come out so there could be forward action, so that things can be left behind. And there's not this feeling of, somebody always thinking about the past or what happened in the past. It needs to just be all spoken, but it's going to happen here. There's going to be some type of action and communication. So, what do we need to know, or our advice for Sagittarius? Seven of Air. So this is the Seven of Swords. It talks about plans that need revision, more going on that meets the eye, poor timing. So there may be a situation right now where this is not coming together, and it all has to do with timing. With the star, like I said, this talks about the distance, things kind of happening in the future, distant future, not necessarily tomorrow, but maybe what you thought was going to be something that was completely over, something that you thought was done, ends up coming back into the picture. Seven of Air can also talk about, you can talk about a lot of different things, but again, with the Ace of Swords, there needs to be, if there may be something that is revealed or something that's told because of some lies in the past. So there's going to be some type of truth, some type of conversation that leads to truth. This person could have been exploring options, and maybe they tell you that that's kind of what they were doing, or they didn't know what they wanted or something like that, but now they do. It's kind of like for some of you, I'm getting strongly, some of them could have been exploring options, took this connection for granted, but they just didn't find you, or the grass wasn't greener. And so maybe they'll tell you that, but there is something that is kind of, with the Seven of Air, that's not the best energy. It could have just been that they self-sabotage this connection, or they were exploring options, seeing what else was out there, but it's like the grass just wasn't greener out there, and they're being guided back towards you. They know what they want. They know that it's you. They know they're not going to find someone else that's going to match you, is what I'm getting. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my other deck, and we're going to do through the signs, Aries through Pisces. And then we'll pull an angel answers card at the end. So, I'll be right back. All right. So, how does Aries feel about Sagittarius? How does Aries feel about Sagittarius? Okay. So, why the sun? So, this person feels left out in the cold, sad, and unhappy. They want to return. If you're dealing with a Taurus, this person feels a lack of success when it comes to you. They could have a lot of ego too. It's like they want to come towards you, but they're holding themselves back, and I feel like it has a lot to do with ego, but they're having an ego struggle right now when it comes to this connection. If you're dealing with a Gemini, there is some kind of an ending here. But I don't feel like it's completely over. It may need to be over. I'd have to go into more detail, but that's not what we're doing. I feel like if someone disappeared, they're going to be making a reappearance because it's not quite over. They're not quite ending it yet. If you're dealing with a Cancer, this person is feeling sad. They are in the Five of Cups. It is reversed, so they may be slowly getting over it. But you might be dealing with someone who either doesn't want to provide a commitment, or they don't want you to commit to you, or they feel you don't want to commit to them. Or if that's not the case, then maybe they are upset over the ending of a marriage, either with you or someone else. If you're dealing with a Leo, there's no forward movement. If you're dealing with a Leo, this person is kind of coming in as if they're just taking this for granted. If you're dealing with a Virgo, you're dealing with someone who may be a bit abrasive and jumps to, they need to slow down, is kind of what I'm getting. They don't really plan, which is not Virgo like. So they may have a lot of fire in their chart, but you might be dealing with someone who's just not giving you the commitment and they're more of a player. If you're dealing with a Libra, this person may be dealing with another person. But if that's not the story, then something may have happened where they're just not putting in any effort what's the word? They're not putting any effort and they're not cooperating. They may see you differently here with the Empress in reverse. Something may have happened where now they just don't see you the same. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, this person is abandoning ship. They may be physically moving, or there could be just a breakup, and I feel like it was maybe a long-term connection. If you're dealing with the Sagittarius, this person is wanting to return, but be careful that they don't come back and if they're coming back in, just make sure that they're not full of lies, because they're coming in as a King of Swords in reverse, which is a very tricky energy. Same with Capricorn. If you're dealing with the Capricorn, I feel like this person does want to reach out, but make sure that they're not coming in with tricks up their sleeve, because they have the Magician in reverse. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, there's not a lot of equal give and take here, and I don't really feel right now that there is opportunity for growth, and I don't see a lot of change coming from this person. And if you're dealing with the Pisces, I feel like this person feels really bound and stuck to this connection, but they are trying to avoid you, and which is really weird. It's like they're trying to avoid you, or if they're not trying to, they have the devil, so they're obsessed with this connection. But with the Tower in reverse, okay, two stories. Two stories. This person is trying to avoid you, and although they do feel very bound and trapped and obsessed, they are working on moving on from it. The second story is they're still obsessed, but you may be causing a tower in their world if you're not speaking to them. But I kind of feel more the first story is that this person is trying to get out of this connection, but they're very obsessed with it. Um, think of a question, Sagittarius, and we'll pull a Angel Answers card for you. So what is the answer to Sagittarius's question, please? Okay, we have within the next few weeks. Within the next few weeks. So, whatever that means to you, Sagittarius, the answer is within the next few weeks. So, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful and provided some clarity and that you are staying safe. And I will catch you next time. Bye.